And then let's hit record here as well. So just so we can record to the cloud and do that. Okay. Now we got this. Uh, cool. Okay, well, hey, you guys, let me know how things are going. How is your week? How has the last couple weeks been? Uh, Shoot me a message or just jump on the call here and let me know. Um, Here we got a stream key that we can use. Okay, I'm trying to do something here. Reconnect, high level two snapshots. And there's our stream key. And if we save. Let's see, is that gonna work? Yeah, okay. I think we're possibly streaming there as well. Okay, cool. So you can go live in groups. You just have to get a stream key in order to do that. Yeah, Marco, how are things going? Oh, you see your guys connecting to audio. So maybe that'll take a minute or so. We'll give it a couple more minutes to let people jump in here. I know I was a little bit late this morning just due to one of those things in life where you have to bring your vehicle uh, to get your to the shop. So I did that today. That was exciting. So I'm just gonna put it on here, join us live. And I think that should be in the group as well. Um I don't know what the difference is. Uh just testing out the new Facebook live streaming capabilities here. Shan is going to join us. Maybe she'll have something to chat about. Join us live for Tech Tuesday. Uh, let's talk about nations. Follow up and getting customers. I wonder how I save that now. Sure, why not? We're just playing around here with the new live streaming capabilities with Facebook. Here. So yeah, let's Marco, how are things going?
Hey, how you doing, Jay? How you doing? Doing great. One
Awesome.
step, one step at a time. No choice.
Yeah. Well, that's you know what? That's one of the things is like I was talking with Shan the other day or I was talking with other people too, but we're just talking about like how do we how do you keep moving forward? How do you decide what to work on or how to pick what you work on or whatever? Because there's always like a giant list of things to do, right? Um, so and I was just like, you got to pick like one thing at a time, and then just work on it, get it done, and then go to the next thing. And
Yes.
that's all you can really do is just keep moving forward. And I've always for years I said baby steps, which is like, if we can do that, that 1% um get better 1% every day kind of thing. At the end of the year, you've made huge progress, so just move yourself at least 1% forward every single day, in something anyway.
Oh, couldn't agree with you more. I think it's something that really you have to I think consistency is key.
Yes.
I mean, even if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, excuse my language, but if you have consistency, you'll keep going forward. You might hit a bump, you might fail, but if you keep going, you'll get there.
Yeah, I think so. And I think that's or that's where a lot of people fail is because they give up. And it might be that you have to pivot or whatever. You have to change what you're doing. So you have to be open to that a little bit. But there's so many times where you start working on something and it's what do they call it? It's the what's it not? It's like the kind of like the Dunning-Kruger effect or something like that, where it's like where you start something and you feel so confident and excited about it, and then the more you get into it, you realize this is actually a lot of work. There's a lot to this, and you're like, wow, okay. And then you feel less confident about things just because you know how much there is to do. But that's where you have to keep moving forward. And there's a book by Seth Godin, and I think it's called it's probably not Tipping Point. That was a different book. It's anyways, they call it the pit. I don't know if he talks about it in the book. Anyways, it's like you start out super confident, you go down. That's where you realize how much work you have to do and how much is. That's where a lot of people give up. Is at the bottom of that dip, or I think it's just called the dip. So that it comes down like this. You got the dip, and then as you start getting momentum, you taking those baby steps, and you're moving at that other side. Things start compounding, and you get like liftoff, which is cool. So yeah, what kind of stuff you been working on over the last couple weeks here? Haven't chatted for a while.
Yeah, I've been working actually. I've been onboarding several clients,
Excellent.
um, car detailing, tint, a couple restaurants where they really just they didn't have anything. So I'm kind of building everything from the scratch, from the ground up. To they had a Facebook page, so that was about it. But
Yeah.
what I want, one of the reasons I jumped on the call was to be able to follow up. My mom, she's 72, two cancers, and she fell on me about a week and a half ago. So I kind of got disconnected, and I was really doing the I think it was a 21-day challenge.
Yeah.
Remember you were giving us all those amazing resources. I made it to call three.
Okay.
So if the other, how do I get a hold of the other resources and so I can start implementing? Because
And
I'm
Dell is on here, and she can point you in the right direction. So if she's listening, maybe she can put it on in chat about where you can get the resources for everything from that 21-day challenge that we finished up last month.
because I saw you started putting it up on like the members section on GHL, right?
Yeah. I have
Yeah,
to see if I left that up to Shan where she was putting it up. And I think she put it in there. I don't know if she finished putting it up in there or what. So, um, maybe she
and
can
the last
chime in here.
the last I heard was the amazing the restaurant snapshot. You made the one, so we have kind of like a demo
Yeah.
account or something like that. I was there, and then you were about to possibly launch the hair salon or the nail salon
Still
snapshot.
have to there. You know what? We've been working on some of the messaging in there, and I think everything else is for it is ready to go. I just wanted to get a few more messages in there for hair salon specifically, before released it. But I'm hoping like we'll get. I was just thinking about that this morning that I should have that ready to go this week. We ended up doing like whole other like 15 or 20 SMS messages that need to be put in there. And then what Shan was working on as well was she mapped out all the messaging for pretty much every message in the reward system. It's in a Google Doc now, is Google spreadsheet. So if you wanted to like review it or go through that messaging, it's a lot easier to go and see what everything is and where it's linked up in the system as well. So that's kind of neat.
That's
I
awesome.
know.
That's awesome. You're
Yeah,
gonna put it in the
there's.
chat. You're gonna put it in the chat, Jason, or
I have to get Shan to do it, and
no
because
worries.
I
You
don't know
can
if she
email it.
shared it with me. So I'm sure she's listening, but I don't know if she's actually on the call right now.
Whenever you get a chance, just email it over.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll make sure we put that out there because it's a spreadsheet with all the messages, and then I think she said she is. So she's going through and adding the SMS messages to go out. So part of the things with the original reward system is we didn't have a whole lot of SMS. It was a lot based on email. So we're adding in all the SMS there so that um it's just covered in there too. So yeah, um, that's kind of the update there. A lot of the stuff we've been. Oh, Shannon's just on another call right now. She says she'll send out an email today with everything, with links to everything. So a big thing that I've been working on is we originally built everything using API version 1 with high level, and API version 2 or API version 1 is being phased out at the end of May. So we've been working to get everything switched over to API version 2. There's nothing I think anyone's going to really have to do in order to make API version 2 work. I mean, all the other than we'll have like a little button, and I can show you what that will look like, just because we've been testing it. And it'll look something like this. So inside of your review locations, when you go to add a location, it'll ask you to connect with the OAuth one. Right now, here in my connections here, I can see that I have the OAuth thing. So if I click reconnect, all it's going to do is pop up a new window. It'll load me on this page. And then this one was, that was the AirTech one. So then I just click on AirTech. Then our system will collect all the authorization information and everything for it. And then we'll be good to go. And then if you refresh this page, you'll see that one is now connected. So what we're doing is we're moving from the old API keys to the new authorization system. So we built out a complete authorization system using API version 2 to manage all the keys and do all that kind of stuff. And then on each of our different systems, you'll see reconnect with OAuth, and you only have to do it once per location. So like, let's say for example, this location, let's say it's in 3 or 4 of our different apps, you'll just have to connect it once on these pages. And maybe I'll even create a page that just has all the locations, and you can go through and connect all the locations that way. So just making that easy, and then everything will be upgraded to API version 2. And then I'm really excited about all the different things that we're going to be able to implement because of that as well. So it's been a while to get everything to this point, but we're really just switching over a few more of the functions, and we should have that in the next couple weeks. Everything should be finalized doing that. So that's a big push of what we're working on, because it's really necessary. So there. So I don't know. Does anybody have any questions for today, or want to chat about anything that they're dealing with, working on, high level, or our products uh related, whatever? Ed, how are things going over
Okay,
there? Or
no, go ahead, go ahead.
okay, Marco, you go.
Okay. With now that you're authenticating and moving over to the API 2,
Yep.
does, does that make the remember the possibility we were talking about actually having it independent as a web app and mobile app?
No, but I've been looking into that as well. So I have some on my team looking into building a web app. I think we were looking at Flutter. I think that's what it was called, Flutter.
We looked at me and you looked at Flutter Flow, and
Yeah,
then
that may
I was telling you about FlowWise, and I
flow.
found
Maybe
a
it's
new
Flutter Flow. Yeah.
I found a new one that's pretty hot. I think it might work because they can convert any code, let it be React Native, I mean a simple WordPress. They can guarantee 100% approval in the App Store. So
Okay.
they grab any code and they'll zap it through their software, and they create a mobile version or a web version, like a web app or a mobile app, straight from your code.
Oh, okay. And then that's just from like a WordPress site, or from whatever you build.
It can be React, it can be it can be a JavaScript, it can be HTML, it can be anything.
Okay.
Let me send it over in the chat. You can take a
Yeah,
look at it.
I'll check that out for sure. Yeah, I think that's one of our next steps. I know there's a couple little things that we want to get built out as well, but an app for the dashboard, I think would be great. And then people can download it if they want to, and everything can be accessed through there. So another big thing that we're working on is just the reporting. That's like another main focus, because reporting is so important with being able to have your onboard your customers, but then retain them and reduce churn. That's one of the biggest things that we are really are focusing on. We want to get the other snapshots out, but really switching over to API version 2 and then having reporting in there, because reporting is what's going to allow you to show your customers that the system is working, right? So we have a little bit of reporting in there, but we're collecting all the data. We're putting it out into building out little graphs, and then you'll be able to import those graphs either directly onto the dashboard, or we'll have a reporting page in the system where you can just go to the reporting page and then they can see their ROI and everything. Had a good chat with High Level's dashboard team, or one of their dashboard managers yesterday, and we were just talking about some of the improvements that I think that they could make. Like, one of the things that we used to use a lot was Zoho Analytics. And one of the cool things about Zoho Analytics is we could bring data in from pretty much anywhere and then add that and do calculations with the data that's already in the system. And then we can do charts based on that. Like, so you could show the ROI on Facebook ad spend, plus how much they're spending for their marketing dollars, plus how much customers they're getting in, and all that kind of stuff. So you could show complete ROI with that. It's going to be a little bit different with this. It's just a little bit harder. So it might have to put some manual stuff in there, but the more reporting we can show, at least with, hey, this is how many customers you have coming in. This is the average transaction. This is how many times those customers come in a year, kind of thing. And then you can do projections on that as well. You can say, okay, based off of this, campaign, we had 10% of the customers come in with their coupon in the first, 2 weeks. They spent an average of $37. And then now we know that that customer comes in 7 times a year. So we can multiply 37 times 7 is going to be 200 and yeah, like $240 kind of thing. So we can know each one of those customers is going to spend roughly $240 every time that they or per year that they come back with you, kind of thing. And then you can see, okay, well, this is how much you guys spent to acquire that customer, which was like $5. So it cost you $5 to acquire the customer. The customer spent $250, or is going to spend $250 over the next year, kind of thing. So just kind of interesting that way. That's one of the things we want to build into reporting, just so make it easier. Um, okay, cool. So Twinner, that's the one Marco threw in there. I'm gonna open that up. We'll have a look at it. Tom asks, I'm just learning and building high level out for our company, so trying to get different perspective and get a big picture idea of what is possible and how. Curious to know your thoughts on the ability to add custom code to workflows that was dropped yesterday. What use cases or big picture things will this make possible as we learn to use it effectively? So that's that's interesting. Um, I think you'll probably, what are my thoughts on it? I think it's a great idea, and it's going to allow you to take data that you have in the system and then not rely on high level to add, or rely on high level, or like, let's say, for example, there are marketplace apps right now that will do some of the stuff that's already in there. So for example, there's marketplace apps that will take the name of someone, and you can make it all capitals or something like that, or you can capitalize the first letter, or you can do some math things, or you can do some things just with strings. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with coding that you're going to be able to do inside of that workflow. Now, I haven't played around with it yet, and I think like 90% positive they're using JavaScript for, I think that's what they said they were going to be doing, was using JavaScript for automations, or the code in there.
Yeah.
So it should be fairly accessible. Oh, let's just go on. I'm just going to go I don't know. I'm going to go into one that I have here. I think there's a lot of opportunity there. Like, so there's like, so for example, there was what's his name? Jason Jason something. They created a bunch of marketplace apps that would basically go through and say, okay, you can yeah, you can capitalize the first name of a person. You can take a string, maybe somebody Maybe somebody drops an email address, you could use the code to in a text conversation, you could use that code to maybe extract that email address from the conversation they're having. Maybe you could extract a phone number from that conversation. You know,
Okay.
if somebody, yeah, you have somebody fill out a form, maybe it's you're pulling out transaction data or money or something like that out of it. Now, so what you could do with that is pretty seems like it'd be fairly unlimited as long as we can bring in those variables and then do cut there. That's the custom code. I'm just going to open it up here and share. Seems neat. So custom code, JavaScript language. Use the property fields to assign key names. Few steps use. Okay, so I get it. So you can create your
So if
variables
you,
right here. There's a lot
so the
of
number one is a variable.
yeah. So number one would be the variable name. So this would be like, yeah, so this would be yeah, so variable name one, will name one here, and then this is the data. So then you can map that to a custom field or custom, or it could be a custom field or it could be a custom value if you wanted to do your own math transactions, which I think it opens up a lot of stuff that you can do. So for example, let's just take I was thinking one of the guys who uses our system is called Estimator Tools. They have everything done in JavaScript. So they have it on different files and stuff on their system that runs through our system. But what they could do is just have everything in here to do the calculations based on it, right? So you bring in your different variables, that gets copied over, and then you do the code over here on adding those. So you can add an array in here. You could rip through an array and see what kind of information is in there or populate other variables, I'm assuming. But then even though, so even for things like if there's webhook style stuff that we would create where we normally send off to a webhook, we could potentially, instead of sending it off to a webhook, doing a transaction and sending the data back, if it was a simple transaction or a simple if we wanted to just yeah, what am I going to say? If it was just simple and we wanted to be able to do it in JavaScript, there's a lot of stuff you can do with JavaScript. So you can have the variables in here, but then you have to just write your own JavaScript for it. One of the things I was thinking about earlier today was what if we had a bunch of scripts that did things and then you could just copy them, paste, you know, in here for different actions you would do in a workflow. Um,
That's
that's kind
that's
of
That
helpful.
would be
one thing I was
awesome.
thinking, but it's just you almost need here's the problem I want to solve, and here's how
Yeah.
I want to manipulate the data to get that information out.
Uh,
So
we're we're excited to be learning it and using it, and I appreciate just a little bit more perspective than what I've come with. We've been building it for about a month, and we're using the custom values updater
yeah,
to do some different things. So it's been both GHL and what you've done has been helpful as we just kind of went live with it.
yeah. Have you
Not
tried out
live,
the
but
custom code thing yet?
no, I haven't. But we're we're
I
super
think it
curious to
opens
see
it
where this
up
can
to
go
being
because
able to do like a lot more manipulation of the data that's in there that you normally couldn't do without writing like either sending off to Zapier to do something or writing your own custom code, sending over to your own webhook or whatever, and then sending data back. I think you're going to be able to be able to manipulate the information that you bring in for that customer and spit it out a lot easier. Um, there's a lot of like no code platforms that are out there. So for example, for like building apps and everything like that, they allow you to write, a lot of it is written in JavaScript. So while it's still no code, you can write your own JavaScript and stuff in there for each page. So any kind of information that comes in from a database or whatever like that, you can take all that information, parse it, run it through your system, and then spit out, variables for different buttons or whatever you want to do, right? Now, this isn't going to like spit out code for a page, but you're now going to be able to take that information. And what the example they have here is really, really simple. It's basically just adding, here's your variable called sum. You're adding number 1 to number 2. And then, so if this was 10 and this is 20, and then you're outputting the result is the variable sum. So this is just a simple
Lifetime
math
value.
trigger kind of thing, which you
Yeah.
can already do inside of high level, but this will, it's going to, oh, this one says test results. No, probably because we have to save the action. And I changed this from number 1 to whatever. So if we test it again, then it'll give us a result is 30. And then we'll probably be able to then use that custom code in another, let's say SMS because it's an easy one. We could probably do that and then go from our
There's
custom code right here,
yeah.
custom code, and then we can grab the output result. And then that's just the result. So you're not going to be able to like output. It doesn't look like you can output a ton of different data, but you can output like one thing, right? So so here, oh, I deleted it, but so you're going to do whatever the result is. So result equals 30. So whatever you're going to output there, maybe you could have more, but it's just basically going to give you some kind of text that you can send out, or you could save it as a custom field or custom value or something like that in your system, which would work. What I would love to see is a way to be able to trigger mass SMS messages really easy within the system. That would be cool. Right now, in order to do that, you got to do like a big workaround workflow. But it'd be cool to be able to trigger automated SMSs to go to customers, or make it so that, hey, if I wanted to send out a blast to customers, I didn't have to go through the whole contacts different things. So just make it easier for people. But that's a wholly total different conversation about things. But I think it's interesting. I just need to kind of think of some ideas of how we'd actually use it. Probably be faster than sending to a webhook and then having it coming back. And I'm assuming high level is going to charge you a penny every time you use it or something like that too.
To run the code, you mean?
Yeah, because it's a premium webhook
Gotcha.
or premium
action.
I think they charge a penny for each one of those things. So if you send 1,000 people through there, it's going to cost you $10.
Gotcha.
Everything with these crowns are the premium actions or advanced actions offered by workflow builder connect to externals. So you can do it, but then you can also, I think you can charge your clients for it as well. Because you can do, if you're in SaaS mode, then you can do rebilling, and you can rebill them for using one of those different things. So anyways, I think it's a really neat addition. And it'll allow you to manipulate the data and the workflows a lot easier. You'll still be able to, it looks like you can only output one thing, but that means that you could bring in a bunch of different things and then export out that one piece of data that you want from all of it. So interesting anyways.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, Jason, real quick, I just wanted to I sent you an email about that spreadsheet. So whenever you get a chance to,
Oh yeah,
I just want to remind you of that.
I do need to get okay, I'll make sure that I've got a couple days here this week here. I'll get that in there and spend a few hours looking at how we get that spreadsheet.
Okay.
How we get that spreadsheet working so you guys can import that. Did you send me a copy of that spreadsheet?
I did. I just sent it again this morning.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. So yeah, you have it. It's a Google Doc or a CSV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, yeah, okay. I think I've got it right. I'll make sure that I have it. I don't see it right here, but I will find it. Is it from the Axel Online email address?
Where did I send it from? I don't know. Let me look.
That's the one. Oh, here I got one. That's not from
It's from Go Excel.
Go Excel.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna put a star beside this so I don't lose it. The problem is my email gets slammed and then I lose things because I send all my notifications. I notifications even from our system go there, and it's
Mhm.
probably not the best idea to do. But if I star it, I'll at least I'll at least see it there. I'll
Okay.
remember. Like, 'cause I can
Well,
check my
thank you.
start stuff.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I'll check back with you next week then.
Okay, yeah, sorry it's taken a little while here.
No
Yeah,
problem.
my focus has been getting AP or API version 2
Yeah.
rolled over because that's gonna be really important. Sam, you have a question about login pages. Oh, Sam, as soon as I said that, it says gotta run, be right back. Okay, that's cool. So, yeah, let me know what else you guys got going on, and I'm happy to chime in on whichever. Um, yeah, our big thing right now is just I want to get that salon snapshot out. There's so Ed Scott says see you later. Okay, see you, Scott. Or Ed. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot to chat about today because really, over the last couple weeks, we really just or last week and a half, anyways, I've been really focusing on getting the API to marketplace style stuff done and everything converted over. So that we're ready to go for the end of the month here. And that's been primarily my focus, but yeah. So what I don't know I don't know what Sam, if you're back, let me know what your question was about login pages and I can answer that.
In the meantime, Jason, um,
Yes, sir.
I love the I believe it's Google Sheets you made with the KPIs and the like to write down your leads and your prospects and
Yeah.
the network, right? I remember you mentioned that I don't know if it was a file or where it was exactly, but or you were working on it. It was kind of like a little bit of scripts to like to do cold outreach.
Um, yeah, let's see here. Google stuff, Google Docs.
And Jason, based on your experience, remember you shared with us also a file where you had it kind of broken up into three packages. I think it was off the top of my head, like 195, two something or three something, and then up to 99. Sorry, 999. Would you say
Yeah.
those have been kind of the good brackets, or would you modify
So
something from the
yeah, so
pricing?
I've been talking to other people who are also doing like not just restaurant marketing, but they're doing Facebook advertising as well. With high level, and they're using high level for all their stuff. So um I think that's fine, but what really where we have our packages right now is like a 97, a 297, and then we have a 797 is primarily where we have our packages. The 97 is just basic stuff. The 297 includes more of like our rewards and things like that that customers want to use, but basically we give it to them and let them kind of use it. And then the 797, well, the 297 will still help them with things as well, because I know with rewards and promotions, we definitely want to hold their hand for a little while just to get them used to it. It's basically helping them build a new habit, right? Using some of those tools, even with high level, is that's where it's important to have where you have help, you get people onboarded, but it's a lot of stuff to learn. And if they're confused by it, then it's going to take them longer to adopt it and they might quit. Right. So one of the things we want to do is have a really good onboarding so you get customers set up quickly and get them using the system. But that's where we've also had to been like, okay, like give them some examples and kind of push them along weekly to make sure that they're doing the things that they're doing. Like I found that with not just this system, not with just with high level, but with every system that we've ever had where we want customers to do stuff, is that we have to make sure that we're pushing them and making sure that they're doing those things. Otherwise, they're just busy. And it's like, yeah, it's great that we got this system, but I don't know how to use it and I'm not spending the time to learn how to use it kind of thing. So that's where we really want to hold their hand for at least the first month anyways, to make sure that they're
Yes,
doing what they need to do.
because they probably won't do it because they just said they're busy. Now, Jason, having
Yeah.
said that, remember we talked about Chat HQ and their new AI knowledge base.
Yeah.
They've released it. Remember, we can maybe. I think I booked a call with you tomorrow in the
Okay.
afternoon. We can go into depth in it, but it's beautiful because we can create like a loyalty and rewards coach on a PDF
Yeah.
and pretty much upput it with their AI. It's ChatGPT 4 with GitHub, so it has like a sequencing, right? To where that knowledge base, if we put on how to like the questions we talked before about what type of reward system, what points where we could make like so if we pre-prompt it on the back end when they open up that page, which is loyalty and rewards guru, right?
Yeah.
Example, all of us users will be able to kind of like a chat GPT, but it's all everything on loyalty and rewards and recommendations that are already preset.
Yeah.
I think that would be amazing. Not just for the whole community of power scripts and power
Yeah,
tools.
I think that's a really great idea. And yeah, I think I've been thinking about that as well. Like, and I haven't used like HL Pro Tools, or that's what you said, right? They have their AI
It's
thing, or
it's Chat
Chat
HQ.
GPT, Chat Chat HQ.
They're Chat HQ, and they're running it off of Chat GPT, but it's kind of like a GitHub. The reason they're also doing it is aiming at the marketplace apps. Those developers need documentation, so they've made it stupid simple for when you create an app and want to put it on the marketplace with GHL or anywhere else, since it's running on GitHub, right? So you have a knowledge base, your document API documentation for an app that you're doing. In other
Yeah,
words, I
okay.
think it'd be great
Yeah, it'd be cool
for.
cool if you could show me that tomorrow when we chat.
Yes, I mean I bought a white label bundle, so we have we can start making a knowledge bases, and me and you'll figure out how we can do it or whatever.
Yeah, okay.
Because I mean I have unlimited for a few years, so we can. I'm actually in talks with creating kind of these knowledge based personas for insurance agents
Yeah.
and real estate agents, because the time and cost to educate and train a new agent is quite expensive
Oh, I
for
can imagine.
for these
Yeah.
big for brokers and firms, to where they can put what they are, who they are, what they need to be, what emails they need to do, checklist like, hey, well, what do I do today? Okay, you have to wake up, start making your first 5 calls. It'll chat,
Yep.
so it
I like
allows them
that.
out. I mean,
I was
I
talking
think
with
it's
someone
amazing.
else like it was a year ago, and he was building something like that out on his own for solar, basically for solar sales, and basically having a AI bot so you can put in any objection or any scenario, and then the AI would take his knowledge base of like his sales experience and be able to spit out, here's what you should do, here's what you should say, here's what you should how you should approach that. Okay,
So
cool. Well, I look forward to our conversation tomorrow. I got a question here from Sam. So Sam's back. Is there a way to have a login page for the rewards instead of logging in from the email? Sam, maybe let me know what you're thinking there.
Sorry. It's my first time seeing my actual face when I turn the camera on.
What? What do you mean?
Oh, my hair. Yes.
Oh,
Sorry.
today in general.
Yeah, look, there I
You got a little
am.
bit of Cindy Lou Who going on.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Is there a way for me, like, as I'm building it from the website, for me just to have a login page instead of them going to to the email?
To going to their email to, so just explain to me what you're trying to do. Sorry.
I like for people to go to the business's actual
Yeah.
website, and it's member login, and they're able to log in from the website.
Yeah, so you
And
can send them over to the rewards page. They'll just have to know which email address and phone number they use
so just the
to log in.
registration page, just use the registration
Well,
page and
there's
that'll
a
log.
login page too. I think it's like My Rewards login.
Oh,
It's like two down from the registration page on that in that funnel. You can send them there. They just have to remember which username, which email address and phone number they logged in with before, because it won't say if they put in a different email address and a different phone number, then it will create a new
oh yeah,
customer
of course.
kind of thing. But
Yeah, totally. Okay, well, no, sorry. I don't know how I've missed that, but yes, that's exactly what I'll do. Thank you.
yeah, no problem. That's good.
Jason,
Yeah.
I put it in the chat for Buns and Giggles. We're working with Gronk for the voice. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's it speeds up the interaction with the large language model, so it almost
Okay.
answers it. And that one there, it's if you click on it, you can talk to it, and it's actually an insurance agent, and you can talk to it for a minute, so a minute's long, and it's quite amazing.
Okay, that's the Yucatan agency demo.
Yes, remember I founded the Artificial Intelligence Association of Yucatan.
Hi, this is Carl from
Oh.
So that's part of the project there.
Yep. That's neat. What are you guys using for the back end for that?
We're using it. We're sitting it on a JavaScript right on a GHL funnel. If you pop it open, you can see it.
Yeah.
And then we're working with Vapey. So we're in the process of creating, sales reps that are working 24/7, don't get tired, don't have stress, and they close the book. A call all through GHL. So they'll book an appointment on the calendar from the conversation.
Oh, that's nice. We'll have to test that out. Um, Very cool. I'll just share my screen here. Sure.
Yeah, take a look at it. It's really like I've had insurance agents pound it, and it keeps coming back. It's running on Mistral 7 billion parameters.
Okay.
I mean, the possibilities are just really endless.
So you click on it.
Hi, this is Carl from.
Oh, maybe because I clicked on it twice.
Hi, this is Carl from American Insurance Online. How you doing today?
We're doing good. I don't know if it will go over there because I'm using my microphone in chat here too.
That's great to hear. I'm glad to hear everything is going well. I'm calling today to talk a bit about your current life insurance and medical expenses situation. Do you currently have any coverage in place that you're happy with, or are there areas you're looking to improve?
That's neat. I was talking with someone. Is there, I guess, because you have to use JavaScript and you're going back and forth between their API, it's probably a little bit slower, hey?
Well, we've been having a bit of an issue between it using ChatGPT 4 or using Mistral.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you're aware. I think it was like a couple days ago. Meta released their Llama 3, and
Yeah.
it's free and it's half the price of ChatGPT. And the early tests are pretty much head to head with ChatGPT 4.
Oh, okay. Nice.
So yeah, they actually just released their Llama 3, I believe they call it.
I'll have to look
So
into
that
that
should
one too.
That should be pretty interesting, and it's literally half the price of OpenAI.
And they're probably just doing that just to get themselves into the market and market share and that kind of thing as well.
Exactly.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, there's so many things. Yeah, and we're talking about adding more AI stuff into like the review system that we have as well. With I was just chatting with someone else the other day, giving like review suggestions for customers too through AP through AI. So for people who don't know what to post or what kind of review to give, I think that would be really cool to add into the system as well. And then yeah, I just would yeah, I think there's so many things that we could do with it. Yeah, I look forward to our chat tomorrow about what we can do with that, and maybe we can pick out a couple of things that can be implemented. Because I know our chats sometimes just go like, "Here's 1,000 things we can do," you know.
Right,
And then
right. I mean, really, the crazy thing is between a GPT with with all the API that you can make it call and
yeah,
run and do, we could have like the loyalty and rewards guru, and it's a chat and it's a GPT, and we can just, we can, people can either be a plus user, or we can just put on a website, right? That obviously you would put on a website and you would give it to us users to have the guru on there.
yeah, so you
So
can
say when
answer
they're
any
going to
questions and walk people through things. And I've already started building a knowledge base specifically for that. So I've got a Google Doc that we're working on with all the questions and answers that we've had over the last few months, and putting that into a doc for troubleshooting, for setup, for all that kind of stuff. That I'm hoping then we can drop into AI so that we can have a chat bot about that. So for troubleshooting and answering questions and support and all those kind of things. Yeah. All right. Well, let's
nice,
see.
nice, nice. I mean, you know,
What's that? Sorry. I think
you
you
know,
cut
saying
out
that
there for a second.
the it's really, I see the possibility amazing for us users. Let's say right now it's a restaurant, a certain type of restaurant.
Yeah.
You whip up a royalty reward for the customer. It's like, oh wow, this is what I do. Yeah, again, going back to make it stupid simple and don't make them set up anything because they don't have time to do it. It has to be kind of like a plug and play. So either they can do it or they have an assistant to do it.
Yeah.
A pizza joint, what promotion should I run this month? When you put like the local area, the website, that thing will come up with something pretty good.
Yeah. I like that. I like that idea too. Um,
So you would be like a Power Tools AI assist or something along
yeah.
those lines, to where you'll have that little bubble either inside the GHL of the iframe. It could be so as you're thinking of what to do or what to write, or you just put a couple keywords and it'll be pre-prompted on the back end, and it'll come up with some nice stuff.
That's what I was thinking about too, even for reviews is, I don't want it to be just generic reviews, like for this business. Oh, here's this business. Oh, this business is great at whatever. It would be great if we were pulling in more custom fields that the business could say, hey, this is the job the person had done. This is what we did for them. And then have AI be able to write based off of that, being able to provide more context. So they're not just giving like just a generic review for a business kind of thing. Same kind of thing for rewards. I think the biggest holdup, and I was having a conversation about this earlier, was that it the biggest thing that the thing that takes the longest in setting up a loyalty and reward system for a business is figuring out what the offers are. What are our offers? What are we messaging? What are we
Yes.
saying? Those are the kind of things. Like, so so the system itself can be set up, within minutes. You can have the program set up, the back end, but how many points are we giving? What rewards are we creating? Are we
The
creating, what
image, you
promotions
can
are we
generate
doing? What
images.
are we redeeming for? Those things all take time to kind of plan out and get set up. Yeah.
I
I
think that
see. Oh, go ahead.
no, I'm saying that would be awesome, and let someone else jump in. But yeah,
Yeah.
we'll talk about it in detail tomorrow. I'm
Devin's
excited.
got his hand up, so we'll see how Devin's doing.
Hey, how you doing, Jason?
Oh, doing really good. How are you?
I'm well, man. Um,
How you doing, Marco?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
Man, all is well, man.
Excellent.
So I appreciate the opportunity to be able to ask a question. And my question is, so I want to use it for my cleaning business, and I
Yeah.
see many ways that I could use it for the cleaning business, but I also want to use it for a different type of use case, which is I have a team of people who perform work at another business that I have.
Yeah.
And I want to be able to reward them and compensate them with the points for good performance.
Yep.
So, would I be able to set up a sub account just for that?
100%. Yeah, I've had
Okay.
a number of conversations with like HR managers who
Mm-hmm.
really like the idea as well. And in fact, one of our good friends is um one of the head HR people for a big restaurant chain in North America here. And as soon as we talked to her about loyalty and rewards, she was like, that would be amazing for staff to keep staff engaged, to
Mm-hmm.
keep staff
Mm-hmm.
rolling. And I think Sam, who just left the chat too, is working with someone who wants to roll it out for they have a cleaning business as well, or she has a client who has a cleaning business and they have 70 employees, and she wants to be able to use that for making sure people show up on time, making sure things don't get broken, kind of thing, and providing rewards if if everything goes smoothly throughout the day, then you can earn rewards and for sticking around kind of thing. So I don't think there would be a problem for that. You just create a sub account, and then the contacts you have in that sub account are your employees.
Okay.
And then I mean, you probably want to change the messaging and stuff that is in there, but that's totally doable. And then
Okay.
you just have to figure out how you're giving them rewards for different well, so what kind of things would you be giving them rewards for or points
Uh,
for?
for for meeting certain KPIs and metrics,
Yeah,
say for showing up on time, for having a good driving record,
yeah,
for performing the work under budget hours, just to
yeah,
kind of incentivize them for, performing the task in a timely manner, for getting there promptly, for getting there safely, and other KPIs. It's just like, so for each KPI, I want to have like a point system arranged so that, and then if they are one of the top performers, then that's another metric that they get rewarded for. And if the team together can make certain metrics, then it helps benefit me. And I want to be able to benefit them because
yeah,
unfortunately, with the way the company is set up, they don't necessarily incentivize in the way that I think that my team and anybody that works should be incentivized.
yeah. So yeah, I mean, you could do things like yeah, I could help you figure that out how you'd want to set that up, because I think that'd be a great use case for the system. Like we haven't gone and set it up for anyone that way, but I don't think there's a problem doing that at all. You just yeah, basically your contacts are in there, and it's just whether you're doing things manually to give people points at the end of the day, or at the end of the month or whatever, you just see what was their record like this month, and then give them points based on that. Maybe there's a spreadsheet we need to develop or something like that to figure it out, or how do you track if people show up on time kind of thing, or is that relying on the managers saying, hey, this person showed up or this person was late or whatever, you know what I mean?
Okay. Okay. Cool.
So we
Cool.
probably do something like that. It's just a matter of, do we have to create a dashboard for that or something like that? Yeah, I think it's something we could totally do for sure, because I like the idea a lot.
I
Okay.
love
So
the idea.
when,
Pretty nice,
yeah, thank you.
actually. It's brilliant.
Yeah,
Yeah, instead of giving it to the customers, you're giving it to the business itself. So you get
yeah,
like a
Right.
double.
Right.
and we've
Because sometimes the people that you that work with you, I don't like to think of people as working for me, but the people that work with you, you know, they should be incentivized and rewarded for their work because they are typically the lifeblood of any business.
Yeah.
You know, it's not so much the brains, it's the people who keep it operating every day. Just like at Chick-fil-A, the people who say my pleasure, they are the lifeblood of the business.
Yeah, totally.
So,
Yeah, I like 100% agree with you. And I think it would be it's not something that we've I know I've had conversations about it, but yeah, I'd be 100% down to help you build something like that out. And then
I
we
think
can
it's
make it work
brilliant.
because
It's awesome.
you know that'd be something else, you know, we could use over and over again as well. Not just you guys, but I mean I'm sure there's tons of businesses out there, and just another spin on things. Like there's another spin on the reward system is we have one agency I know who's using it to reward their customers, you know, and not their customers but their members. So the way it works is every month they earn, you know, 5,000 points. And then in the back end, in our rewards dashboard, they can select from, you know, different categories of things that are all worth 1,000 points each. And then they have basically 5,000. It's like an internal, like, it's like a monetary system kind of thing, a currency, because now they have 5,000 points they can spend every month to do different tasks or get things done for them. And in their case, they're getting graphic design done for them. So they could submit a form with I think if he's working with realtors, so if they wanted a new Facebook ad done, or if they wanted a new poster designed or something like that, then they could fill out the form, ask for it, and then those details would get submitted, and they would spend 1,000 of their 5,000 points every month. So that's kind of a different use case as well.
okay, I like that. I like that. So when would be a good time to reach out to you all about, you know, talking about that use case? Because that's something that I really want to put into effect like sooner than later.
Okay.
And I actually would like to do that before the cleaning business use case.
Yeah, okay. I will give you my calendar, and I've got, yeah, I mean, time to chat at least this week to see what we need to do to make that happen. Do I have you on email? Maybe,
You should, because I did opt in.
okay. So let me take a look, and here, I'll just make sure that I have it.
Yeah, man, that's absolutely brilliant. I'm just thinking about it. I mean, the same landscaper that needs the loyalty to get more customers, he has all his people that
Yeah,
they're like, he
they
just,
totally.
it's automatic. I mean, the landscaper, the plumber, I mean, it it goes both ways. I just never really thought about going the other way. It's back to the business, but it's brilliant.
I have um your set. I think it's a 8859 number.
Yep.
So I'm gonna send you a message and just get your I'll drop my calendar in there, but I'll get you to send me your email address too. I'll just send you a prompt for that right now. What is your email address? And you could throw it in there, and then I'll just give you my calendar here too, and then we can book to chat about that, and then just pick a time that works for you.
Okay.
Cool. I just sent those off.
Okay.
Awesome.
Do
I
you
think
want
that's great because I have had conversations about it, but I don't think anyone's implemented yet. But well, yeah, no one's implemented specifically for employees yet. We've got a bunch of different use cases, like people giving it to their members again for different tasks and stuff that they want to do. But I think it's a great idea. Chandel says she 100% agrees. She just posted in chat.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. So did you want the email address through the
Yeah, I
booking
didn't know if
link?
you wanted to. I didn't know if you wanted to say it on here live or
I mean,
whatever.
I can. It's
Yeah,
no big
okay.
deal.
Or you could just throw it in chat and I'll copy and paste it. That's probably easier.
Okay. Okay. Let me go ahead and do that right now. Well, I can.
Jason, is a wallet possible?
Yeah, I've been looking into it too. Not, yeah. It will be possible. I will have to figure out whether we want to do it through a wallet. I mean, you can have both, but I mean, even some of the reward systems that I'm at, that I have currently that uses a wallet, they just use the wallet to store the QR code for the scanner code for that system. So I mean, like, so for example, there's one up here which is like Scene or whatever it is, and it's through multiple businesses, and they've been kind of spreading out. So even I think it started out with the bank, the Scotia Bank, and then it went over to they expanded to like movie theaters and a whole bunch of things so you could earn points. And now a ton of different businesses are using the Scene loyalty points. And then they all share it between them. So it doesn't matter which business you go to, you can use your points there. The only thing that the only thing that I've seen them use a wallet for is for storing that the scanner code so that it's easy to bring up. Now I wonder what else. I'd like to see how else other people are using the wallet, a Google Wallet or Apple Wallet, and what information we're storing in there.
That's exactly where that was my next comment or question. I've already been looking into the Google Wallet API,
Yeah.
and it's really nice because once you get on the Google Wallet API and the Pay API, Google makes it easy enough that they give you the form of the JavaScript or just the form to iframe on a static page. You fill out the form because there's only predestined places where text can go or QR codes on the passes.
Yeah.
So it makes it really nice. But what I saw that makes it interesting for us in the community is that when you go on the cloud and on the Pay API and wallet, they do all of the they'll allow you. Oh, sorry, I got stuck there. They allow you to get the geofencing option. They allow you to get all of like the push notifications and everything
Okay.
that comes with the cloud API.
I know I started looking at it. I just haven't been like, let's go that direction because um well, like you said, baby steps kind of thing. So and then we've also been looking at adding a developer to another developer to our team here too, so we can get things rolling faster too. So that's been a priority of ours in the last little while as well. But I like that. I feel like I need to learn more about how exactly we would implement that, because whether that it's better to do that or maybe have an app, you know what I mean? I like the standalone nature of the app as well. Um, and then maybe we need to see like,
What that allows you to do is, for example, if we're going citywide, you can have that all the stores in the city are all running on, say Marco's loyalty and rewards for Fort
yeah,
Myers, Florida. So everybody, all the small shops, you don't have to give them a sub account or do. They're really running on one app that they all sign up to.
yep,
So it gives you that flexibility or option, and then you can, like, say a restaurant, he can put a geofence around his competitor's restaurant or around his restaurant in a 5 mile radius. That every time someone drives by there, he'll get hit with an offer. Once they download the app, it gives you that ability to get push notifications with geofencing.
I like the idea. Um, we'd have to see how complicated that would be for a business to actually use, because I like the idea of having there's the idea of it, but actually the implementation of how difficult will it be for a business to go in and then create the geofencing and different areas, you know what I mean?
Jason, I couldn't believe it. It's stupid simple.
Is it?
The Google's giving you a JSON script, a form, just a little form, a practical form to embed, and you're pretty much, you can create your own pass. So if you just really put that on even a GHL funnel and I frame it, right, that form from the wallet API, you can create passes. Now, what I saw interesting and I've been working on was that, okay, the business created the pass. Now, what do they do with it? Right. So that's where
Right.
your promotion, the power strips come in, because they can share it on social media. They can send it on a workflow through WhatsApp. They can, it gives the how to spread the wallet. And then the other interesting feature, once they spread that wallet or that offer, right, from the business, they don't have to update it or send them another message. Since it's on the wallet will update that promotion for next month's promotion because it's already in the wallet. Does that make sense? Let's
Yeah.
say it's Burger Tuesdays this week, and the business wants to change it for next week. He sends in a request and you change his promotion, right? And then he
Easy
doesn't have to
enough.
broadcast another message. The wallet itself will update that pass. They
Yeah.
also have
Okay.
like the generic ones for like professionals. You know, they have it's like instead of your business card, now you have a wallet pass that's your business card in a person's wallet, and you can put like, you can put like a headshot and like links and
Totally.
everything on the wallet pass.
We'll have to look more into that. Like I like the idea, and I know it's been on a list for a little while. Because I know there's other reward systems who are using wallet systems, which seems to be good. I just don't have a whole lot of experience doing it. So it'd be interesting to see what we can do.
I'm actually just a comment. I mean, it's open information. I applied for a Google startup for
Okay.
IntelliPasses that's leveraging the Google Wallet. So the businesses, so you can create the actual pass, and then Google suggested to me, and they said, well, why not have it to where every destination you go to or city, when you open up IntelliPass, it'll tell you the businesses that are on the wallet. And I got
So
approved
what
for
is IntelliPass?
that is what I'm trying to build with Google Startup. My idea of the IntelliPass to leverage the Google Wallet and the Apple Wallet. So when you travel anywhere, hotels can send you wallet passes. You don't need to use your real wallet. And they approved the pre-seed for like 20 some thousand. I just have not had time to get to it in like 2 weeks.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, so it's really it's interesting.
That's super interesting. Yep. Okay. Well, I mean, you and I are going to chat about that, chat about those kind of stuff tomorrow. And then maybe we can see what kind of things we can start implementing. Um, but yeah, okay. Um, no, I think it's all I was thinking. My brain gets overwhelmed a little bit, kind of thing about all the different options. You know what I mean? All the things that we can do. So that's where I'm trying to be like, uh yeah, the baby steps kind of thing. My goal is we ought to get API version 2 rolling, which isn't going to be that big of a deal. We've got that mostly done now. And then reporting is a huge thing that we need to have in there. But I like thinking about like let's plan some stuff out so that we have a good roadmap of what we're walking into, where we're headed.
Jason, also with the APIs, we'll talk about it tomorrow in detail, but just food for thought. I'm working with Nathan Shearer. He's from Funnel Fix It. He's one of the early adopters of a Go High Level.
Yep.
And yeah, he has, remember, he made the stats wrapper. So maybe, I mean, I don't understand the language exactly, like you guys that can speak developer language.
Yeah.
But with wrapper, he's developed like he has endpoints for stuff that hasn't even come out yet that GHL has been promising him. So maybe that could be helpful in what you're doing and stuff.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, again, I think we should probably just chat about it tomorrow because there's a lot of things.
Yeah. No, that's
All
what I
right.
mean. I just put it out there for
Yeah,
you.
I haven't looked into, yeah. I mean, you're on top of so many things. It's awesome. But yeah, okay. Anyways, let's end the chat for today if that's all right. And then you and I will continue that tomorrow, and then maybe we'll have a good update for people on Thursday. about what kind of ideas we came up with. Because I think that's awesome. So I appreciate you guys being on here. It's 11:18. Let's get out there and get some stuff done and keep moving forward. Baby steps if you have to, one step at a time, get things done. And yeah, let's go. Appreciate you guys being on here and spending time with me every Tuesday and Thursday to chat about high level and everything. That's awesome.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, guys.